everyone, welcome to this competitive edge channel. Today we are again going to see the fifth session in the journal entries or recording of journal. Now we are going to see the concept of recording entries based on credit. As of now we have seen only on the basis of cash. Now we are going to see on the basis of credit. Okay, that is the cash is not paid immediately, it is paid after some time, something like that, or you are purchasing from certain person to whom you will be paying cash later. Okay, so as this will be relating to purchasing from some person. The name of the person is mentioned. Okay, so that such kind of transaction, how to post it in the journal books and how to record it. Okay, the explanation of the transactions will also be seen in this video. Okay, before that I'll just like to brush up with the previous videos. That is from the third video we have been discussing about how to post entry into the journal books, the format, okay, and the what are the columns that should appear in the journal book. Okay, it should begin with journal in the books of so and so person, and it should even have about the date, particulars, LF, debit and credit, and the transaction should be according to the proper date wise in a proper chronological order. All these things we have been seeing this from the previous videos. Now it is just about how to record or post entries into this books. Okay, today we will see about the purchase of certain goods from a certain person. Okay, that is on credit. Fine, or purchasing from some person, we record it as a credit transaction. Okay, how to go about that transaction. Okay, so the first transaction for today is purchased goods from Anand for rupees 10,000. Okay, in this two transactions as usual are involved. One is purchase and the another one is Anand. Two things are involved, two accounts are involved here. Not better to say it as two accounts are involved here. First one is purchase, second one is Anand. Okay, however you may take it. So purchase is a real account, Anand is a personal account. Okay, so what is the rule for real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So you are purchasing something, something gets into your business. Okay, as date is not given, I'm just taking today's date. So purchase means something comes into the business. So purchase account data. Okay, so what is the rule for personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Okay, who is the giver here? Anand is the giver. Whether we immediately pay cash or we are going to pay it later, it depends upon the situation, but it is assumed that we are paying it later and we are purchasing from so and so person on credit. Okay, so purchase account data to Anand account, because Anand is only the giver. What is the worth of the goods purchase? That is 10,000. So I am recording 10,000. And finally you have to even write the narration, being the entry for goods purchased from Anand. Amount is 10,000. Okay, same way we can do it even for sales transaction. This is purchase transaction, that is you are purchasing something for the business or you are purchasing something to sell it later. It depends. Okay, even if you have purchased furniture for the business, furniture account data to Anand account. As I have not mentioned what kind of purchase, I am just writing it as purchase account. If I am mentioning some machinery, furniture or some equipment, instead of the purchase it will be just written as equipment. Okay, so that is the difference between the particular mentioning a particular asset and just writing it as purchase. Okay, so this is about purchasing goods from certain person on credit. Okay, so you are purchasing from some person, that's why it is mentioned it as credit. Fine, so this is about the purchase account. Next we will go the same concept with sales. That is you are selling goods to some person. goods sold to Priya. Okay, in this again two accounts are involved. One is Priya, the other one is sales. Okay, so sales is a real account, Priya is personal account. Okay, so sale is real account and Priya is personal account. Okay, so how can the transaction be? You are selling something, sale is a real account, and what is the rule for real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. You have sold something. Okay, so to sales, obviously it is a credit, no other go. Then to whom are you selling? Priya. So debit what comes in, credit what goes out, hence we have recorded sale. So Priya is a personal account. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is the receiver here? Priya is the receiver here. So Priya account data to sales account. So being the entry for goods sold to Priya. I have not mentioned the amount, so same amount I am just taking. Again it can be 10,000, or if any amount is mentioned you can just put the same amount. Okay, so this is regarding the purchase goods on credit from some person, or the goods sold to some other person on credit. If if the name of the person is mentioned, then you have to approach the transaction this way. Okay, so this is regarding the purchase and the sales account. Now we are going to see a new concept based on this, that is about the purchase return and the sales return. Okay, so purchase return and the sales return. So the purchase is always a debit account, sales is always a credit account. You all know that, because we are something comes into the business, that's why we are debiting it. Something goes out of the business by selling it, it's obvious that you receive money, that's fine. But from a business point of view, always a purchase is a debit account and a sale is a credit account. Okay, so we are receiving money, that's the reason. Okay, now we are going to see about the purchase return, or it is also called as return outward. Okay, the next one is sales return or return inward. Okay, so purchase return will always be a credit account and this will always be a debit account, the opposite. Okay, because purchase is always a debit account and the sales is always a credit account, the just opposite of this. Okay, so regarding this we are going to see certain concepts. Fine, the entries for this I will just post it in the next video. The purchase return, it happens when we purchase something for the business, there is some fault or defect, we are just giving it back to the supplier from whom we have purchased. Okay, so such kind of return is called as a purchase return, that is a return to the supplier from whom we have purchased the goods. So that entry or that transaction is called as a purchase return. Okay, from the supplier, because from them only we are purchasing the goods and in turn we are selling those goods to our customer. Our customer, what he does, there is some defect in the goods which we have sold to him. Okay, that he is going to return it back to us. So such return is called as a sales return. Okay, from the customer. Okay, so when he returns the goods, obviously we have to replace him with a new good or we have to pay him back the cash. That is the reason why it is always debit and that is always credit, because the supplier can again replace us with a different good. Same way we have to do it even with our customer. Okay, so this is the basic concept or ideology of purchase return and sales return. I can tell you a small hint for remembering the other name for purchase return. You can just remember it as POT. Okay, P stands for purchase, outward. Since it is outward, I have taken the word OT out of this, so you can remember it as POT. And the sales return, you can remember it as SIN. S stands for sales, IN stands for the inward. So you can just, purchase return means POT or return outward. If they give return outward, students get confused. In that sense, you can write it as, you can just remember it as POT, and this you can just remember it as SIN. Okay, so a detailed transaction regarding this I'll just post it in the next video, because I should give an elaborate explanation about it. As of now, you can just know the what is a purchase return and what is a sales return. Okay, if you really like today's channel, today's video, you can just subscribe for my channel. So now and then you will get the notifications for the video I post. Okay, thank you for watching today's video. Thank you.